take it away.
Is Kim ready? Okay.
Yep.
Hello, my name is Eva Horrigan. I am 14 years old. I'm in the Mini Winnies 4-H Club. This is my 8th visual presentation, and today I'll be talking to you about sloths. So there are actually many different kinds of sloths, but today I will just be talking about two, the two-toed sloth and the three-toed sloth, which are probably the kinds you've heard of. I will be talking about their size, location, behaviors, their diet, and some fun facts about sloths. Overall, which means all sloths, I will be talking about sloths' reproduction, sloths' ancestors, and the question you've all been wondering, why do sloths go so slow? First, I will be talking to you about the two-toed sloth. I will be talking about their size, behaviors, and where they live. They are mostly known for the long claws in their forelimbs that they use for almost everything. As you can guess from the name, they have two of them. They are made for amazing grip because they live high in trees and also sleep in them. If they didn't have this good grip, they would fall from the trees and die. Two-toed sloths are about 21 to 29 inches and can weigh 9 to 17 pounds, which is a big range. Although they look cute, they can actually be very aggressive, although there are no recorded deaths to sloths. They don't appreciate human touch at all. They are located in Central and South America. I will show a map later. Sloths eat mostly fruit, but they have also been known to eat things like eggs from birds, if nearby. Some of them eat things like lizards, but only if they can catch them, because lizards are fast and they are so slow. You may think that they eat normally, but they can actually only eat very infrequently because they move so slow, and so does their intestinal tract. Their metabolism is slow, and so they only have to eat once a day, and they eat very slowly. Food can take up to 2 weeks to digest for them. Fun facts about two-toed sloths. Sloths' claws can be up to 7.5 inches long. Sloths are clumsy on land, but are great swimmers. They can actually swim 44 feet per minute, which is way faster than them walking. They can only walk about 0.17 miles per hour. They use their long arms and legs to paddle through the water. Despite their reputation of being lazy, they only sleep about 10 hours a day. And sloths can retain their grip after death, which means that even after they die, they will still stand hanging from their trees upside down. Three-toed sloths. Their size, behaviors, and location. Their claws are the same as the two-toed sloths, but as you could have guessed from the name, they have 3 long claws that help them grip to trees. They're about 18 inches, which is small compared to other kinds of sloths, and they weigh 8 to 10 pounds, the size of a small cat. This range doesn't vary as much as the two-toed sloth. They don't usually like human touch either, though they do tend to be more friendly than two-toed sloths. There are still no recorded deaths. They are located in Central and South America, just like the two-toed sloth. Their diet consists mostly of leaves, which is part of the reason why they go so slow. Leaves have almost no nutritional value and no calories, which means they only have to go to the bathroom once a week, and that is the only time they leave their trees besides mating. If available, they eat fruit that they can get from their trees, and if they really need food, they will eat the twigs. Sloths have a 4-chambered stomach, like cows, so there was always food in one of the stomachs. Some food items can even take a month to digest for them. Fun facts about three-toed sloths. Three-toed sloths can live up to 40 years old, which is a very long time for the average small animal. Sloths are nocturnal animals, and they gather food at night. Three-toed sloths can turn their heads almost 360 degrees. Sloths' primary predators include eagles, snakes, and jaguars because these predators can climb trees, are nocturnal, and have great vision. Are sloths endangered? Yes. Due to human poaching and cutting down their habitat, sloths are endangered. All 6 species of sloths are endangered, some being more than others. Sloths' reproduction. Reproduction is the only time sloths leave their trees, besides using the bathroom. They will only have one mate that they do not stay with for life. The female will have one baby that will grip onto her and nurse like any other mammal. Once it grows up, it will separate and find its own tree, because sloths are solitary animals, which means they live alone. Sloths are pregnant for 7 to 10 months, and reproduction in sloths is seasonal. Sometimes the sloths are too slow to find each other for the season, and they don't get to mate. Did you know that sloths were originally aquatic? They had an ancestor called Thalassocnus. They fed on aquatic plants and lived primarily in water. In ancient times, there were giant sloths. They roamed Antarctica and Canada, kind of like Sid from Ice Age. They eventually moved onto land and moved into the trees, and obviously got smaller and slower. And the question you've all been wondering, why do sloths go so slow? Even though it sounds strange, it's actually a survival tactic. They have 4 stomachs, so they need to go slow in order to not run out of energy from the little amounts of food they eat. They have horrible eyesight and they're completely colorblind, so it helps them have better coordination if they go slow. A cool adaptation for camouflage is that they grow green algae on their fur that makes them blend in amazingly, so they have no reason to need to run fast. They have been around for almost 64 million years, so clearly this is a good survival tactic. People often want to know why sloths hang upside down. It is so their organs don't crush down on their lungs. Now I will be showing you some facts about sloths and where they live. Should I stop presenting for this? This is like a piece of paper. So the reason I got into sloths in the first place was because my friend bought me an adopt a sloth where you donate money to conservate, help them. I don't know how to describe it. And so it comes with a bunch of facts about sloths. And here's actually a map of where they live. As you can see, they're located in Central and South America. And there are actually, I'm going to read to you a bunch of different kinds. Now, this is just three-toed sloths, but there are 4 subspecies of three-toed sloth. There is the brown-throated sloth, the pale-throated sloth, the maned sloth, and the pygmy sloth. The pygmy sloth is actually very endangered, and if you can see that green dot, that is the only place where they live. I talked to you about the two-toed sloth and the three-toed sloth. I talked about their behaviors, location, and size. I talked about reproduction, ancestors, and why do sloths go so slow. Thank you for listening to my visual presentation. Does anybody have any questions?
Yes, I have a question. Which is your favorite kind of sloth and why?
I'd say the three-toed sloth. I just like how they're smaller. I don't know why.
Thank you.
Eva, if you were to be able to have a sloth as a pet, would you?
I probably would. I actually think they're pretty interesting.
Do you think that they would survive as a pet?
If you provided it with the right food, they don't actually need a lot, so it would probably survive.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm a big fan of sloths, so I really enjoyed that presentation. Yeah, and I didn't know if you read, one of the things where predators get them is when they go down to use the bathroom and they get, that's when a lot of the times they get eaten, killed. Great. Thank you so much. Jim and I are going to go to our little room, and we will be back for Emmy. And what was the time, Kim, on that?
7 minutes and 50 seconds. 50.
Awesome. Thank you so much.